Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I created these rainbow French glitter nails. We're going to be using a Femme Fatale nail putty, Young Nails Synergy gels and some Magpie glitters. We're going to start by applying our Femme Fatale's first base coat onto all 5 fingers. We have prepped these nails as we would normally. I have not started from scratch. I have just filed off all of my old product back down to my clear layer of nail putty, and then we're just going to come in straight on top of that, and then we are going to apply our base coat to all 5 fingers, and then we are going to pop this into our lamp and we're going to cure it for 30 seconds. Once our base coat is cured, we're going to come in and we're going to start forming this nail. We're going to create our clear base for all of these nails. For this form, I am just going to pinch the very outside wings of this form, and then we're going to start fitting it. We're not going to pinch the end of it together at all. We want to keep it nice and wide and nice and puckered open. We're going to measure this up to the nail, and we are going to put our 2 little cuts down where that natural nail meets that form, and then we are going to form this nail into quite a long square nail. So we are not going to pinch the end of our forms into a point. We're going to make sure everything is nice and secured around that finger, and we're going to leave this running very square. So we want to keep the end of that form up, and we do not want to close it. We're going to create a square with a very tight C-curve. And so once you're happy with your form, we're going to come in with our first clear layer, and this is where we are going to sculpt the free edge of this nail. So we're just going to apply our bead of clear intentions. We're going to dip our brush in our isopropyl alcohol, and we are going to dab it off, and then we are going to start creating the square shape of this nail. We're going to pattern press this product all the way out to the length that we're trying to achieve. We're going to make sure it's nice and square on the end of that nail, and we're going to make sure that everything comes nice and straight out from those growth channels. We're going to make sure everything is nice and flush on that natural nail and that we have a good connection point. And then when we're happy, we're going to start coming in and curing and pinching this nail. Now, when it comes to curing this nail, we are going to pop it into our lamp, and we are going to count for 5 seconds, and then we are going to bring it out, and then we are going to start with our first pinch. And we are going to repeat this process of curing it for 5 seconds, bringing it out and pinching it, and we're going to do this 3 or 4 times, and this is going to achieve that nice narrow shape that we want and that lovely C-curve. Once we are happy with our pinch, we're going to let this finish off its 30-second cure, and then we're going to come in with our clear intentions again. We're going to take a really small bead of clear intentions, and we are going to infill the back of that nail where there is no product. In the middle of the nail we have product left over from before where we have filed back, and so we are just going to fill in that back, make sure everything is nice and thin, and that we have a really nice clear layer to file back to next time we want to change our design. We're just going to pattern press this really firmly, or quite firmly, into the nail so that everything is nice and smooth. We're going to make sure everything is nice and flush, and then we are going to pop this in and give it a full 30 seconds cure. When this comes out of the lamp, we can remove our form, and then we can carry on with the rest of our nails. We are going to do the same thing to all 5 fingers, and then when we are done, we're going to remove that sticky layer. We have our clear base on all 5 fingers. I'm just going to come in and I'm gently going to refine those side walls just to make sure that there is no excess product hanging off the side. You don't have to do this. I choose to do this. You can carry on and then do this at the end, but I just prefer to make sure they are nice and sleek before I start applying more product. Now our clear base is all ready for our French application. I'm going to take the colour Innocent because I love it and we all know it is my favourite. And we're going to take a medium bead and we're going to place it right in the middle of that natural nail. And then we are going to start patting and pressing this product out to the sides, and then we're going to start bringing it down and creating our smile line. We always have to remember that we are trying to create a wall and that we want our smile line to be lovely and deep and smiley, but we do need to make sure that our wall is high enough for our glitter to butt up to. We're going to carry on playing with our French until we are completely happy, and then when we are completely happy we're going to pop it into the lamp and we are going to cure it for 30 seconds. Now when this comes out we're going to come in with another bead of Innocent and we're going to start creating our apex in the back of this nail. So we will just pop this product right onto the back third of that nail. We're going to pat and press it around the cuticle, making sure that everything is really flush and really smooth, and then we're going to bring it up over our apex and make sure our apex is high enough to support the length of this nail. We're going to make sure that we don't overlap that wall and that wall is still nice and high and still nice and straight. And then once we are happy with this, we are going to pop it in again and we are going to cure it for another 30 seconds. Once everything is cured, we're going to remove our inhibition layer, and then we are going to repeat this process on all 5 nails. So now we have a full set of French nail beds, and we're going to come in with an old 150 grit file. It's not brand new, and we're just going to refine that smile line on all 5 nails. We're going to make sure it is nice and deep and that it is the shape that we want, and we're going to make sure that that wall is nice and high, ready for our glitter to butt up to. Then once we've finished doing this, we are going to remove our dust and we're going to carry on. Now we're ready for everything to get nice and colourful. We're going to take some Young Nails Build Gel. We are going to take our Harmony No. 6 Oval Gel Brush and this entire collection of pastel diamond glitters from Magpie's summer collection last year. We're going to take a nice even coat of our build and we're going to paint it all over that free edge. We're going to make sure we get up into those corners, and we are going to use a little bit of pressure so that it sticks nicely onto our nail putty base. I'm sorry I missed the first nail, but we have started with our pink glitter and then we're going to come and blend that into the orange, and then on this nail we're going to start with our orange. We're going to blend that halfway across the free edge, and then we are going to come in with our next colour, which is our yellow, and we are going to dab this into our wet gel on the other side, and we're going to make them blend very nicely together in the middle. Once we're happy with our glitter placement, we can pop this into the lamp and we are going to cure it for 30 seconds. Now you can, of course, if you choose to, apply all of your gel on all of your nails and then put your glitter on all at once, but as a habit I like to do all of my nails one by one, and so that's what I did. I didn't want gel running all over the place, and I just found this easier for me. So we're going to come in onto our middle nail now. We're going to do the same again and apply our build gel all over that free edge, and then we are going to come in with the last colour that we used on our last nail, which is our yellow, and we are going to blend this over half of our nail again, and then we will come in with our next colour, which will be our green, and we're going to blend these in together to create this pastel rainbow gradient kind of effect. And onto our pointer finger, we're going to do the same again. We're going to apply our nice layer of build, and then we're going to come in again with the last colour that we used, which is our green, and we're going to blend this into our blue. I have followed the rainbow for this, I just felt like I wanted to, so instead of a red we have used a pink, and then we have pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then violet. So on the thumb we will blend our blue into our purple, and then I'm just going to remove any extra glitter that I don't want off this nail bed. I was just being panicky, but I did want rid of it before I moved on, and so that it didn't stick to anything. Then we're going to cure this again. We're going to finish off with our thumb. We're going to blend our blue and our purple, and then we will move on to our next layer. To apply my glitter, I am just using an old synthetic gel brush. It's just one that I didn't use anymore, and it had got a little bit frayed and a little bit puffy, which is fine because it means that I can pick my glitter up. I would not use a brush that you want to carry on using because it is going to be full of glitter and it is going to get a little bit sticky. So we're just going to use an old brush. We're going to apply all of our glitter with this same brush, and then we're going to cure these, and then we're going to move on to our next coat of glitter. So because this glitter was still looking a little bit see-through and we wanted to add a bit more depth and a bit more opaqueness and a bit more colour, we're just going to repeat the entire same process again. We are going to apply our gel, and then we are going to dab on our glitter, and we are going to cure them between each layer. We're going to start our rainbow again. We're going to start with our pink and blend it into our orange, and then our orange into our yellow into our green, green into our blue, and then we're going to finish off with our blue into our purple. Now these are very Pride inspired, and we all know I love rainbow nails of any kind, and I do love Pride. So this is just a little bit of pastel rainbow Pride inspired prettiness. Once we're happy with all of our glitter, we are going to come in and we're going to start capping all of these nails. We are just going to apply a medium-sized bead of gel right underneath that smile line. We're going to make sure that we cap all of that glitter, and you can do this in a few coats if you need to, and we're just going to gently build up our shape, make sure we go right up into the corners of that smile line, and then we're going to cure when we are ready, and then we can apply some more gel where we need it. When we use gel, we are using a very light touch. You can either use gentle circular motions or you can use the tip of your brush to manipulate your gel. We're just going to make sure we have covered all of that glitter in that free edge, and we're going to make sure we have built this shape high enough so that when we file them we don't have any low spots. If you feel like your gel is getting away from you a little bit, you can turn this nail upside down and gravity will help bring that gel back into the centre. Now to finish it off, I am just using a few little ribbons of gel and I am just placing them gently over that tiny little gap that we have left, and I'm just going to keep filling this up until I am completely happy with the shape. Once we have cured everything and all of our nails are capped, we are going to remove that inhibition layer, and then we're going to move on to filing these into shape. I know they don't look like much at the minute, they're a little bit lumpy bumpy, but we can fix that. So we're going to start, as we always do, by filing our free edge and our side walls, bringing everything in so it's nice and flush down the sides, nice and straight coming out of those growth channels, and we're going to file the shape into all of these nails. Once we have filed the shape into all of these nails, I am going to come in with this fine cone-shaped bit from Chrissy Pierce's nail supply shop, and I am just going to gently come around all of those cuticles, making sure everything is nice and flush around the sides, making sure everything is nice and thin and that it tapers up onto a nice apex. Next, I am going to come in with my coarse safety bit. This is again from Chrissy Pierce's nail supply shop, and I am going to whiz over all of these nails. I'm going to come down the middle, make sure everything is nice and tapered down towards the tip out from that apex, and I'm going to come down the barrel of these nails and remove any bulk. This was very hard to do on camera, so I'm sorry that half of it is out of shot, but this is my general e-filing routine. We always file down the middle first, making sure our apex is in place and making sure everything is nice and flush towards the tip, and then filing down the barrel of this nail, all of these nails, to make sure everything is nice and thin towards that tip. And then once I have done all of that, I am going to come back in with my 150 grit hand file, and I'm just going to refine these nails a little bit more. We're going to use the same routine again. We're going to start at the cuticle and come down the middle, make sure everything tapers down from that apex into a nice thin tip, and then we're going to file through the barrel of this nail again, making sure everything is nicely shaped and nice and strong. And then once I had finished filing, I did go and wash my hands to get rid of all that dust. I was very dusty. And then I'm just going to use a fine type of buffer. You can use whatever kind of buffer you like. I just had one of these to hand, but it did make these nails lovely and smooth and unbelievably silky, soft. We had no imperfections, everything was super sleek. And so once we have done this, we are going to wipe over them with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. We're going to remove our dust and we're going to make sure everything is perfectly clean and tidy. Looking at these now, I can see that they would look kind of cute if they were matte, and if I had made them matte or left them matte, but I didn't do that. I came in with my favourite home run top coat from Femme Fatale nails, and I just applied a nice even layer over all of these nails. Now I think this is always the best bit because that glitter is so sparkly and you finally get to see what you have created. So I am going to apply all of my top coat onto all of my nails, and then I am going to pop it into my lamp and I am going to cure this for 30 seconds. And here we have it. When these nails come out of the lamp, we are just going to play with them for a couple of minutes before we apply our cuticle oil. We're just going to have a nice little look and wait for them to cool down, and then we will finish them off with a little bit of cuticle oil. I absolutely love these nails. They are super gorgeous. Everybody has been complimenting them. I've absolutely loved wearing them, and I hope you've all enjoyed watching how I have achieved them. I've made a little video here of them in the dark with the flash on, and you can just see exactly how sparkly they are. This glitter collection is correctly named the diamond collection because they do look like they have got little diamonds in them. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this one. I've really enjoyed creating it. Don't forget to hit that button down below and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!